Now we move awareness deeper into the belly. We're going deeper into the tissues of the abdomen, and we're wringing things out. We're wringing out the nerves, we're wringing out the spine, we're wringing out all of the tissues of the back. We're also working with the element of fire in the third chakra, the Manipura chakra, the city of shining jewels and fiery gems, otherwise known as the solar plexus. Let's prepare to move into a supported twist. We use a bolster or a rolled up blanket or towel and position it lengthwise on the mat. We take the short edge of the bolster close to the right hip, and we let the right hand rest on the mat to the right hand side of the bolster. The knees can be close together, or they can be wider apart, and we can change position at any time to make it more comfortable. We get long on the front of the spine on the in-breath, and as we exhale, we turn on the axis of the spine to face toward the bolster. Then we take another long, slow, smooth, and complete in-breath as we continue to lengthen through the front spine. And then we exhale as we descend, keeping that extension of the spine as we come down and support the torso on the bolster. The head can be facing toward or away from the knees, whichever is most comfortable today. We take the time we need to set up the right circumstances so that we can surrender completely in the pose. And then we rest. At first, we notice the breath is becoming more shallow because all of the belly organs are compressed and the diaphragm is trying to adapt to the architecture of the pose. When this happens, we begin to recognize each breath as a precious gift. After a few breath cycles, things become easier. This is a wonderful pose to wring out tension out of the low back, the middle back, and the upper back. It's also wonderful for wringing out tension out of the belly. We let the breath become longer, slower, smoother, and more complete. Every breath cycle becomes easier and easier as we surrender into this sacred spiral form of the pose. If at any time you feel uncomfortable, or even if you feel the need to come out of the pose, feel free to make any adjustments you need. On the right side of the torso, we have the ascending colon, the liver, and the gallbladder. And on the left side of the torso, we have the descending colon, and the spleen, and the stomach. And through the upper middle abdomen, the pancreas, the small intestines in the middle of the belly. And surrounding and layered in between all of these organs is a network rich with lymphatic vessels. These are the organs of digestion and assimilation of nutrients, and they also help move old matter, old waste products that's no longer serving our physical body. All of the belly organs are being compressed, wrung out, and refreshed with every breath cycle. we let the out-breath be complete, enjoying the process of emptying, emptying, emptying. The belly is also known as the second brain. We have millions and millions of neurons, brain cells here. This is where we find our gut instincts, our intuition. We slow down the breath and watch with curiosity. We hold a lot of emotional tension in the belly, and thoughts might be coming up. This is completely natural. When we find that thoughts are coming up, we just notice them without judgment or criticism, and we come back to the breath. Even if the mind is very busy with thoughts, there's no judgment or criticism, because that just generates more thoughts. We notice what's coming up, and then we just come back to the breath over and over again. And that's why we call it a practice. It's completely natural to sense the body releasing tension and needing to adjust any aspect of the pose in order to feel more comfortable. And then we bring our awareness back to the surface. We take our hands underneath the shoulders, using our upper body strength pressing into the floor as we rise up and unravel, feeling this wonderful rush of fresh blood, fresh lymph, fresh prana coming in and circulating around all of the belly organs. We take some time to allow things to settle into being. And then we prepare to switch over to the opposite side. And we just swing the knees over. Then the left hand comes out to the left, and the right hand comes over to the right of the bolster. Lengthening through the front spine on the in-breath, and then exhaling and turning on the axis of the spine on the out-breath, facing the bolster. Another long, slow, smooth in-breath, and then we descend down on the out-breath, maintaining the length of the spine and resting the temple on the bolster in a comfortable way. Noticing how the belly organs and the diaphragm are working together to maintain the volume of breath coming in. After several breath cycles, things feel much more easeful. And then we can slow the breath down ever so slightly, letting the out-breath be complete, pausing at the end of the out-breath and enjoying that stillness and tranquility. The in-breath comes and we feel this wonderful aliveness expanding through the back ribs close to the waist. We feel the breath circulating around the kidneys in the low back, and the adrenal glands are soothed. In this twist, we are working with the energy of the third chakra, power of the solar plexus. The Manipura chakra, a Sanskrit concept of the energy of an entire city of shining jewels and fiery gems. This energy is the energy associated with heat, with light. It's associated with digestion and transformation, as well as personal power and will. Sometimes the fires burn too brightly, and we feel hot emotions here: upset, anger, hurt. These are natural emotions, and we allow them to come to the surface to be ventilated. We use the out-breath to release the energy of those emotions and move that energy downward into the ground, engaging apana, this downward flowing energetic wind associated with gravity. We let the out-breath be complete. We feel the belly come to the front spine, and that wonderful pause at the end of the out-breath becomes our healing refuge. We enjoy that sense of emptiness and stillness and quietude, and then the in-breath comes and refreshes us and fills us with life force. Then we come back to the surface, engaging a little bit of movement into the fingers and the toes, and then we support our hands underneath our shoulders and move up using the upper body strength, unraveling ourselves and feeling this fresh blood, fresh lymph, and fresh prana coming in.